It's recap here. Today I'm going to recap a 2024 horror comedy film called The Mouse Trap. Spoilers ahead. The film begins in prison, where detectives Marsh and Cole are interrogating Rebecca, the survivor of a massacre that took place hours earlier at the city's arcade. The girl asks if they really want to know what happened there, and the detectives answer that they do. We then see a flashback where we meet Alex, a girl who works at an arcade called Fun Haven. She's chatting with another employee named Gina when the store manager tells them they have to stay late because some rich kids have reserved the place for a birthday party. Despite this, Gina tells Alex that she wants to meet up with her boyfriend and says that she will quickly leave before the party is over. Meanwhile, we see the arcade manager enter a local cinema hall, where it becomes clear that he is a big fan of Mickey Mouse's first appearance in the cinema, as he shows off a film for him to watch. The manager hears an eerie voice coming from a Mickey mask he collects in a glass case. He appears to be possessed and approaches the object. While Alex is having fun at work, she hears a noise and goes to investigate, only to suddenly come face to face with the manager in the Mickey mask who happens to lock the back door with a chain. Alex reacts quickly and runs to the main entrance, where she is surprised to find her childhood friends who had reserved the arcade for a party for her 21st birthday. The one who organized everything was Marcos, who likes her so much that he remembers the girl's birthday when she said she always wanted to celebrate her birthday in the same arcade. The one Marcos didn't invite was Blake, the captain of the city's hockey team. The two compete for the girl's attention, but she seems more interested in Marcos. To get the nerd out of the way, Blake arranges with the other players on the hockey team to scare the kid. When the two blonde girls want to take a photo as a souvenir, Alex says that they can't do that because their boss wouldn't like to know that the young people are consuming alcohol on the premises. She then asks Blake to collect everyone's phones and put them in a trash bag. He grabs the bag and leaves it on a table. The only ones who didn't give Blake their phones were couple Paul and Jackie, who had gone earlier to play some adult games. They get scared when they see the possessed Mickey, who they initially think is Blake since the guy is wearing the same hockey team jersey, which unfortunately is not the case. Meanwhile, Blake confesses his feelings to Alex and says that he feels like the girl secretly likes him, which is definitely not true as Alex lies to scare him off and says that she likes women too. One of the blondes notices that the cake-cutting knife is missing. However, no one pays much attention to her. The group then decides to go to the bar while Rebecca picks up the phones. The problem is that they've been replaced with toy telephones, and if that wasn't bad enough, the front door has also been locked with a different chain than the one the staff used to lock the arcade. The group thinks it's a prank by Danny, but the boy says he had nothing to do with it. Alex is upset and says she didn't like the sinister Mickey prank from earlier, but the friends don't understand the innuendo since none of them seem to be wearing the mask. They think it's a setup by Paul and Jackie, leading one of the blondes to go into the maze to confront the couple. The problem is that she faces the evil Mickey Mouse, who looks at the girl and waves the knife, causing a few drops of blood to splatter her on her face. Luckily, she manages to use the attraction slide to escape death. The girl breaks the bad news to Alex and Marcos, who believe the story. The problem is that the three think Blake is the murderer because according to the girl's description the clothes were exactly the same, but it couldn't be Blake as we see him knocked out by Mickey. Rebecca also appears in the labyrinth and finally faces the villain. As soon as she sees the size of his knife, she gets very scared and tries to escape, but something strange happens. Mickey teleports and appears right in front of her. The girl falls to the ground and accidentally throws the flashlight into Mickey's face, which apparently hurts him so badly that he has to flee. Meanwhile, we see the hockey team having fun at the bar when suddenly Mickey Mouse appears to be having fun. The boys try to intimidate him, but he isn't afraid and uses a bat to knock out all four of them. Danny, who had just consumed an illegal substance for relaxation, is sleeping in the roller coaster seat when Mickey shows up and turns on the ride, waking the young man from his sleep. Luckily, Mickey just wanted to taunt him and shut down the ride, allowing the guy to escape. Marcos and the girls try to escape through the emergency exit when they find that the door is also locked and also blocked by the bodies of Paul and Jackie. Marcos says they could call the fire department if they could simulate a fire at the location, like the siren alarm does send a signal to the fire control center. Alex then goes into the office and activates the alarm, while Marcos takes the opportunity to use the arcade sound system to try to communicate with the other friends. He asks her to go to the roof for cover. Meanwhile, we see the other blonde completely oblivious to what's happening as she plays on the simulator, not noticing Mickey sniffing her neck with the knife aimed at her throat. For some reason, the Disney mouse decides not to take the easy prey and disappears from the scene. As he leaves the office, Alex runs into the girl who asks what's going on. Alex starts whispering to get the girl to come to her, but it's too late as Mickey attacks the girl's throat, sending Alex into a panic. She points the flashlight at the villain, realizes he doesn't like it at all and teleports away. Rebecca and Danny meet and face the evil Mickey again. The two run, but the girl falls to the ground and is cut in the Achilles heel by the Disney character. She tells her boyfriend to escape, but he refuses and tries to save the girl. However, after getting punched in the stomach, the guy simply kneels down and becomes unresponsive while Mickey finishes the job. Alex Marcos and the blonde girl reunite and she says that Mickey can teleport. The friend says that's not possible, but Marcos believes the story like he believes everything else after seeing a madman dressed as Mickey hunting people. Then the guy says they need to improvise some weapons as Mickey announces that Gina is coming back from her date, which prompts Alex to yell from the other side of the window for the girl to stay away. Unfortunately, she doesn't hear anything because she's distracted on the phone and ends up becoming another victim of the Disney mascot. We then see Blake wake up from the knockout and swear he had nothing to do with the crimes committed by Mickey. He even admits that he, along with the team members, had planned to scare Marcos, but denies that the situation would reach that point. Mickey appears and Blake approaches him, thinking that he is one of his friends, but Mickey doesn't react and hits him in the face with the bat. Alex quickly shines the flashlight on the evil mouse, almost paralyzing him and, best of all, preventing him from teleporting. Marcos seizes the opportunity, grabs a baseball bat and hits him, causing Mickey to fall to the ground, where he is then pinned down with a chair by the two men. Mickey becomes very angry, hits Blake's ankle and even manages to throw the bat at the blonde girl, causing her to drop the flashlight on the ground, allowing her to teleport again. The last four survivors come to the conclusion that they need to use the arcade to their advantage, which isn't too difficult since they've all been there since they were kids. Alex yells at Mickey and suggests they play hide and seek one last time. If Mickey loses, he has to leave the girl and her friends alone. However, if he wins, Alex says she will willingly surrender to him. The group then goes to laser tag and lures Mickey there. He says he found the girl, but she replies that she found him too, so the previous agreement doesn't count. Mickey falls into a trap when the teens turn on the lights in the room and stop the evil mouse from moving. Blake and Marcos appear and kick Mickey in the face, successfully restraining him. Instead of seizing the moment to deliver the final blow, Alex wastes his time gloating, allowing Mickey to let out an eerie laugh and disappear as someone turns off the lights in the room. The survivors are in shock, but Alex says he won't be coming back. The film then jumps to Rebecca, who ends her statement with the teleportation story, which clearly doesn't convince the police, who consider her to be the prime suspect in the crimes. However, Rebecca says that she hasn't told the end of the story yet and heads back to the arcade, where Mickey teleports behind Alex, ending the protagonist's life and leaving Marcos teary-eyed as he laments that he has never confessed his feelings. In the post-credit scene, we see Mickey opening Rebecca's room and inviting her to join him and several others who are just starting out. So, that's the end of our recap. If you've come this far, make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe my channel. See you later.